Hey there, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. Just heading inside to speak to Priscilla about Junior. We dealt with in Oxenford a few episodes ago. She's in the same room that we left her in last time. And here she is, Priscilla.
Geralt!
Listen, I tracked down Whoreson Jr.
Yes? And? Did you learn something?
Yeah, Ciri and Dandelion set out to steal Siggy Reuven's treasure for Whoreson. He promised to find someone who'd fix Ciri's phylactery in exchange.
I cannot believe she parleyed with the bastard. Why, it's widely known how anybody who packs with Wily ends.
Ciri was desperate, but you're right, wasn't the best idea. Whoreson ended up wounding Ciri just after he'd tortured Dudu.
Dudu? Well, how is Dudu related to this in any way?
Seems Dandelion got him involved, to help Ciri. Luckily, Dudu managed to escape, probably hiding somewhere now.
What of Wily?
I'd expect him to lay low, not do any business for some time.
Certainly hope you're right. Though his type never forgives and rarely relents.
Take care now.
And that is Priscilla done. I'm taking your blueberries too, by the way.
I think I'm in love.
Alright, now, Count Reuven's treasure. Continue on with the storyline. We're about the point where we want to get out of Novigrad. We're actually kind of over-leveled for it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It makes it a little bit more of a cakewalk.
What is it, Grey Boy?
And I want to get over to Skellige sometime soon anyway, because I want to get the Ursine gear. Hey, Mr. Vivaldi. I can convert some currency.
You've come.
Thank you. That's a lot of money. Almost got 4,000. Beautiful. Margrave Hankel's house.
Looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends. Footprints.
It's just like any other investigation. Just want to look around and interact with anything red.
Silver cylinder. Bottom looks like what I found in the sewer.
Let's follow the footsteps upstairs.
A letter. And a bottle. The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it.
So it's a stupid little riddle.
Your birth year. Could be Dandelion's. Or Ciri's.
Well, luckily it's not too much of a headache to solve.
1245 to 1254. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think.
Let us go mosey on over. Goes straight through that wall there.
Secret room. Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist. Instructions on how to build a bomb. Signed by one Kalkstain. Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Potassium. Looks like they made the bomb here. Stain. Wyvern oil. Ciri. Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion. You must flee. Footsteps. Not good.
Not good indeed. So let's get our passes downstairs and see what's going on.
Dijkstra and Triss.
What's going on,
Didn't
peoples?
expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
All signs point to
Bothered
Mango.
Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
Because I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
Margrave Henkel told me everything.
Old man's alive and well. Faked his own death to escape his creditors.
Strange. I had no idea he was in debt.
He was. And Menge promised to take care of things in exchange for help with the heist. So,
Geralt, how can I put this delicately? Bollocks. If you thought I'd fall for that tale you just pulled out of your arse, you don't know me one bit.
Yeah, but Manga really does have the treasure, though.
lied. But only partly.
Heard of beasts that are half lion, half eagle. Maidens who are half fish. But you'll never convince me there's such a thing as a half-truth.
I'll give it a shot anyway. Didn't actually see Henkel, but Menge does have your treasure.
Take it you learned this by peering into a crystal ball.
Maybe. Trade secret.
You're hiding something. And that's one thing I can't stand. Even more than Nilfgaard. But ultimately, this is a business deal, not a marriage. Besides, there must be some truth in all those lies. You're too dense to make it all up on your own. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately. Though to my knowledge, he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit. Ask where he's holding my gold for me.
Yeah, we doubt Manga will say anything.
Get anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
So you're using us.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going. Good luck.
Thought you'd correct him. Say that we... you know.
Well, yeah, to be fair, she didn't say anything neither.
Could have corrected him yourself.
True. But it's not an easy thing to say, is it? But we've strayed
guess
from
not.
our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Menge's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's barracks together.
All right, see you then, and thanks.
Okay, this mission... It's, It's a little hard to deal with, I guess is the right word for it. There's multiple different options, and nothing really solid to get a decent ending. Because ultimately, this mission leads to Triss being tortured. And if you want to romance her, save her. Like, I'm going to. But, yes, we're going to wait till midnight now. And we'll be back when Triss is here. So, see you in a second.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
We're gonna hit her with the second option.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Alright.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Menga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the Lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Yeah, before we go, wanted to thank you.
I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No, not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
And yeah, what about the treasure?
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not...
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
True, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though. It's just not the most important thing now.
Alright, let's do this.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
This mission, you have two options. You can sit there and let her get
Geralt,
tortured,
remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you
or
talking?
you can intervene.
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
We will do our best. Yeah, it's not an easy mission to sit through. But this one, you kind of have to pick your words carefully, otherwise you'll get into an entire fight with the entire barracks. If that's the route you want to go, feel free. I'm still sitting here deciding what to do, I'll be quite honest.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat. But the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
And we want to talk to Menga.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menga himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let
word.
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
We've got something to offer Manga, is the option we're gonna go for.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance?
For instance, where Philippa Eilhart's hiding.
I'll get you for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out. Where's Eilhart?
We'll tell your boss and nobody else.
Self clear. I'll only talk to Menge.
Manga don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by. With my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close.
Lead on, good sir. Okay. Into the lion's den. If you decide to fight them all, you have to fight everybody. And I mean everybody in this entire area.
Oh. Here's where we split up. Go see Menge. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, playing tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three. That ought to get you singing.
Alright. This is the toughest choice. Ultimately, as messed up as it is, the best option to say is fine, take her. You have to allow her to be tortured. She will forgive you in the end. Yes, she will lose a fingernail or two or three. But by the time next time you see her, she's completely healed. And there's no real downside to letting her get tortured, as bad as that sounds. So, we're gonna hit him with the first option.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
As this part's going to be tough because you'll be hearing her in the background. But you got to maintain your composure. And just let it ride.
What if I told you not to let anyone in?
Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy went to market.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Marigold.
Is that who I hear? Very well. I'll go see her shortly. But first, let us talk. Sit. Sit.
Okay, this is the part where it's going to get a little hard to sit through. But I'm sorry,
Drink, Witcher.
but this is legitimately the better option. Here, these options all change the way he perceives you. You don't want him to get suspicious, so you want to hit him with the why not.
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage, year of the massacre of Sintra.
Stop squirming. This little piggy went home.
Kurt, please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional. I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'll be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Okay. None of these will really work. You want to go for the top option?
Still haven't paid me for the witch, yet your hunters are already torturing her.
What of it?
You're damaging goods you haven't paid for yet.
This little piggy had
Ugh.
roast beef.
It's not easy to sit through by any means.
Piggy had none.
Don't worry, you shan't leave empty-handed. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
At this point, we're too far in to say change my mind, let her go. At this point, you want to say the top option, that witches will do anything for gold.
Yeah, I've plowed Triss. But what does it matter if you're paying gold for her head?
Oh yeah, nearly forgot the mutations strip witches of feelings.
No, no more.
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went...
I always hate this mission.
Ow! Bitch bit me! Oh, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
It really isn't easy.
Geralt, perhaps we can deal after all. So, you know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want in return?
Hey there, so I just wanted to make a quick interjection here. I've actually made a little bit of a mistake in this video. If you ask him about the treasure, which you can do, you will get into a fight if you ask him about Dandelion. So we bypass the treasure altogether and we go straight for Dandelion. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. What we want is Dandelion.
It's simple. Free Dandelion.
A degenerate bard for information about Philippa. Tempting offer, I admit, but I must say no. You see, I've a magnificent execution plan for Dandelion in Oxenford. A breaking wheel, flaying alive, and so forth. It should work wonders for the mores of the academic youth and townsfolk.
When's this morally instructive spectacle due to take place?
When I issue the order, in person, Dandelion will remain in the dungeons beneath Temple Isle until then. So sorry I cannot be of help. Perhaps we can agree different terms.
We've found out exactly where Dandelion is.
Miss Marigold fears it. It's grown suspiciously quiet in there. Come.
He say where Dandelion is?
Yes, but... Triss.
She'll be completely healed. That's all you gotta keep reminding yourself, she'll be fine after this. Yeah, we gotta see to your wounds though.
You should tend to your wounds.
No need. I'm fine. Well, mostly fine. Should heal in time for my wedding.
Sorry. Should have gotten you out sooner.
Don't apologize. I knew what I was signing up for.
So yeah, she completely forgives you for it.
How do I say this? That was just a bit premature.
What do you mean?
Menge said Dandelion's locked up on Temple Isle. Dungeon right under the temple. He was planning to execute him in Oxenford. Also said they'd only let Dandelion out of his cell once Menge gave the order, in person.
Shit. I'm sorry, Geralt. I should have thought it through, but when I saw him,
Yeah, no need to explain.
After what they subjected you to, no need to explain.
He'd never have agreed to help us. Even if I
know. Let's not dwell on this. We should think about what to do next.
Dandelion's safe for now, though out of reach. We don't stand a chance of breaking him out. Temple Isle's impregnable. And Menga's not likely to order his transfer. Or anyone's for that matter.
We can always search his body.
Let's search his corpse.
Right. Could find something that'll help us. Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait. Something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here. Give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
Next, Menga burned a sheet of paper.
Menga burned a sheet of paper right before we came in here.
Could have been something on it that would have helped us. Too late now.
So there's no way you could recover the note?
Sadly, no. I'm a sorceress, not a miracle worker.
Fair point.
Could you revive him?
Maybe. If I actually practiced black magic. Haven't sunken that low just yet. Nothing but dead ends. We'll need to make do.
Yeah, we don't really have much to work
Menga's
with.
the only one who could have ordered Dandelion's release.
Yes. Or someone who looks exactly like him.
Like doo-doo.
A Doppler?
Mm-hmm. Your old friend Dudu Biberveld impersonated the halfling merchant. Dandelion claimed he seemed more real than the original. So much so, Vivaldi gave him a loan of several thousand crowns without batting an eye.
Yeah, except Dudu's in hiding right now. Priscilla might know something, though.
Fingers crossed. Listen, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, but not here, not now. Come by when you have a moment. I'd appreciate it. All right, we need to get out of here.
That we do. Alright. Before we leave, let's just check if he's got anything of use in the cupboards. Alright, let's sneak on out of here. Actually, do we have time to sneak on out of here? Yeah, we'll have time. Let's get the hell out of here.
Another way. Or ready my sword.
Geralt, over here.
That was a mistake. Let us reload my checkpoint. Alright, now that we're back, let's go out this way. Right down here. And we're going straight over the wall, or through the wall.
This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam.
You do you. Let her have her fun before we look for a way out. But we're climbing over the wall. So climb up here, and then just jump over. Okay, and that will do it for this episode. We will pick this up next time. Gonna go back to Dijkstra and tell him what we learned. So thanks for tuning in for this one. As hard an episode as it was, it needed to be done. I'll see you in the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.